Hello, everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. At the Bluff House, Steffi asks Taylor, "What is it, mother? It's an off-base thing. Are you all right?" Taylor says she was simply having a second while thinking back. Steffi believes she's concealing something. "I assume I understand what it is." In her office, Lee blazes to Taylor, telling her she's withering from cardiovascular breakdown and saying it needs to stay confidential. Finn comes in and requests that his mom check a patient case out. She gives a suggestion, and he inquires, "What are you doing?" She says she has a great deal at the forefront of her thoughts. He inquires, "What's happening?" Lee B&B. Finn contemplates whether Lee's state of mind has to do with his dad. She shakes her head. They scarcely talk any longer. Finn inquires as to whether she's worried about a patient. Lee gestures. "I'm exceptionally concerned." She guarantees her child that it's not her. Finn pushes her to converse with him. She says he has to the point of stressing over. Finn persuades that she can't necessarily manage everything all alone. Lee lets him know her patient has a confounded case. Finn offers to investigate it. Lee can't allow him to do that as the patient doesn't need anybody being familiar with their condition, even family. Finn thinks it sounds serious. Lee says it is. The sort of case keeps you up around evening time. She's alluded the patient to certain experts for second assessments. However, and still, after all that, Lee blazes to Taylor, telling her she won't tell the family. Finn takes note of his mom is profoundly vexed. She, for the most part, keeps her inclination out of it. Lee dreams that this is a strange area. Finn inquires as to why the patient is demanding concealing her conclusion. Lee says he has her reasons. "I don't figure out it myself." She exhorted her not to disconnect herself and to rest on individuals she thinks often about, yet she didn't break through to her, not entirely set in stone to continue on. Lee, Finn B&B. At Forrester, Brooke, and Edge look at the unmentionables for her line and praise one another. He believes that her should take a stab at one of the pieces of clothing, and she lets him know she will. In their room, they can't help thinking about how they got so fortunate, and Edge comments that the entire family is flourishing. They go over ongoing occasions and are happy Steffi is all right. Edge says areas of strength for she gets it from her mother. Brooke's happy they're getting to get to know each other. Edge thinks returning to LA is the best choice Taylor made. Edge happens about needing harmony and flourishing for his loved ones. He takes note of the harmony stuff is now and again touchy. Brooke says they're chipping away at it. They recap how she and Taylor were truly close for some time. Brooke says it finished and prods that it didn't have anything to do with him. Edge believes now is the right time to fix things up. Perhaps then, at that point, Taylor would remain in LA endlessly. Brooke says she got the inclination that Taylor should associate with family like never before. Edge tells Brooke that Steffi requested that he persuade Taylor to remain, just to ensure she'll stay close by from here onward indefinitely. Brooke Edge B&B. At the Bluff House, Steffi tells Taylor she can tell while she's keeping something down. "You'd let me know if it was significant, right?" Taylor says it's nothing. Steffi inquires, "Is it a person?" Taylor gulps, "A person." Steffi won't push any longer, yet happens about how lively her mom is and the amount of she possesses to give. She has a long and promising life to look forward to. Taylor tells her she needn't bother with a man to satisfy her, simply her loved ones. Steffi feels remorseful about pushing her to remain in Los Angeles. She would rather not hold her back from anything. Taylor says she's carrying on with her life and absorbing everything while she can. Steffi discusses the amount they need her. However, she realizes there are others out there who need her as well. Taylor reminds her she's actually seeing patients. Steffi would rather not prevent her from living life to the fullest. Taylor says she is living life to the fullest. She knows where she should be until an amazing end, and that is not too far off with her loved ones. Taylor's Steffi B and B. At Forrester, Brooke guarantees Edge it's acceptable for him to discuss Taylor. They're one major, muddled family. She's blissful she's back home. I don't believe she's going anyplace. She needs to figure out how to have numerous blissful, tranquil years together. They embrace. Brooke Edge B and B. In Lee's office, Finn detects his mom cares very much about her patient. Lee dreams, beyond what I can say. Finn says they're human and attempt to offer the best guidance they can, yet in some cases, it's no longer any of their concern. If the patient has any desire to keep it calm, there's very little she can do. Lee inquires as to whether it was his adored one. Could he need to be aware? Finn says obviously, yet reminds her they can't drive it. They need to simply offer the best clinical guidance they can. Lee expectations she'll keep a receptive outlook. Finn feels she's more associated with this patient than others. According to Lee, without question so. She's an individual grandma, very much like me. At the Bluff House, Steffi lets Taylor know that she's the best mother and good example. She doesn't have the foggiest idea where she'd be without her. At the point when she ponders all that occurred with Luna, nearly losing Finn, Food's lamentable demise. I really figure out the delicacy of life. She's happy her mother is there, and she will rest on her until she's old and dark. Taylor says life is a gift, and consistently is a chance to go out into the world and have an effect. Steffi tells her she showed her what honesty resembles and trained her to be solid and courageous. She cries, and they embrace. Taylor wipes away tears as Steffi tells her voice talking isn't equivalent to having her there for birthday celebrations and occasions. She truly is a splendid light in their loved ones. I simply love you, I do. I'm never going to quit requiring you, all right. Taylor says she really wants her as well, beyond what you might actually be aware. She maneuvers her girl into a hug and frowns. Taylor's Steffi B and B. At Forrester, Brooke assures Rich it's okay for him to talk about Taylor. They're one big, messy family. She's happy she's back home. I don't think she's going anywhere. She wants to find a way to have many happy, peaceful years together. They embrace. Brooke Rich B and B. In Lee's office, Finn senses his mother cares a lot about her patient. Lee muses, more than I can say. Finn says they're human and try to give the best advice they can, but sometimes it's out of their hands. If the patient wants to keep it quiet, there's not much she can do. Lee asks if it was his loved one. Would he want to know? Finn says of course, but reminds her they can't force it. They have to just give the best medical advice they can. Lee hopes to keep an open mind. Finn feels she's more connected to this patient than others. Lee says, very much so. She's a fellow grandmother, just like me. At the Cliff House, Steffi tells Taylor that she's the best mom and role model. She doesn't know where she'd be without her. When she thinks about everything that happened with Luna, almost losing Finn, Foo's tragic death, I truly understand the fragility of life. She's glad her mom is there and she gets to lean on her until she's old and gray. Taylor says life is a gift and every day is an opportunity to go out into the world and make a difference. Steffi tells her she showed her what integrity looks like and taught her to be strong and brave. She cries, and they hug. Taylor wipes away tears as Steffi tells her voice chatting isn't the same as having her there for birthdays and holidays. She really is a bright light in their family. I just love you, I do. I'm never going to stop needing you, okay. Taylor says she needs her too, more than you could possibly know. She pulls her daughter into an embrace and grimaces. Taylor's Steffi B and B. Brooke Edge B and B, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.